Hey folks, how you doing and welcome back to my channel. My name is Leonard and you're watching the product reviewer. Now today we will talk about a Polar Vantage M2 smartwatch. And this one was just released a couple of weeks ago and it's already the second one in this generation, since the first one came out about 3 years ago. Now if you're looking for a smartwatch to wear 24/7, then this might be the one that you're looking for. Now without further ado, let's jump right into the video, and the first point on my list will be the pricing. The Polar Vantage M2 will cost you 299 euros when you're looking it up on the official store. So it's about 20 euro more than the Polar M right now. And this is totally fine given the total amount of features the M2 has. And I guess that's all you can say about the pricing, so let's head to the design. And design wise, I just love the smartwatch. Starting at a super soft 22mm silicone strap under which your skin can breathe easily, because you have these holes all over the strap, which by the way looks super cool as well. All of that is topped off with a black stainless steel buckle, and if you want to, you can always swap your strap to another one, since it's very easy to change. By the way, you also get an extra pair of straps, which is cool to have, but I guess the normal one that you have on right now should be enough for any normal human-sized being. Now the case is a mixture out of plastic and stainless steel, so as you can see, the bottom part is plastic, and right around the bezel you have the stainless steel part. The Polar Vantage M2 has 5 physical buttons, 2 on the left and 2 on the right, and 1 in the middle on the right side. And if you look closer, you can see that these buttons are textured. Now I couldn't find any explanation for that, but I guess it's just for a better grip when you're sweating a lot or if it's just wet outside in general. Plus, it kind of looks cool and fits to the style of the bezel. Up to the display, and right here we have a 1.2 inch hard-coated PMMA laminated lens with a resolution of 240 by 240. Now I'm not a big fan of PMMA since it gets scratches very easily on the screen. This smartwatch is also water resistant up to 30 meters and has a 230 mAh battery, which will last for about 7 days on normal usage or 30 hours on continuous sport mode with GPS. As for last, we have 9 LEDs on the backside of our watch for the heart rate reading. Now speaking of heart rate reading, let's head to that topic. And as a lot of you probably know, the Polar brand is very famous for its accurate heart rate reading, but it's not 100% true. Not in my case at least. On the backside of the Vantage M2, you will see the optical heart rate sensor. This is used to measure your heart rate 24/7, as well as breathing rate and other sleep metrics. As far as for the accuracy, I gotta be honest with you guys, but the M2 is not that overwhelming, I guess. Now, don't get me wrong and don't start hating me now, but it was pretty much spot on when I will compare it to my H10 Polar chest band, as I was doing indoor stuff or strength training and all that kind of shenanigans. It was pretty much spot on. But as I was going outside for walks, the GPS was snappy and it was great, but the heart rate was all over the place. So I tried to fix it and I put it on my left wrist, I put it on my right wrist, I put it on different spots on my wrist, I tightened it, I loosened it, I cleaned it, I did everything I could, but it was just not working right. Now let me show you some of my test results right quick. So today I was going for a walk, and for about the first kilometer, it did just fine. But all of a sudden it jumped over to 160 beats per minute, even though I was just as fast as before. So I stopped and started a new workout, and I had the similar bad result, as it was jumping over to 150 or 160. So I decided to stop for a minute to let my heart rate drop down again and started walking again. After 5 minutes, it jumped back to 170 and then slowly came back down. So obviously something wasn't working right, since it happened to almost all of my walking tries. I mean, I could have told you guys it's the best smartwatch you can get and the best sports smartwatch and the most accurate that you can get and regarding the heartbeat and everything else. But, and in fact it does. Maybe mine is just broken because I saw in many other videos and other tests that it's actually working very, very good. But maybe mine is broken, but those are just my test results that I got for my last, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 walk tries outside. I cannot walk, I cannot run right now since my foot still hurts, because I have a bike accident last summer, so that's a bummer. But yeah, just wanted to stick to the truth and to my test results, and that's what I found out. The M2 of course has a sleep tracker, which results are displayed in the Polar Flow app. So this one tracks all of your different sleep stages like light and deep sleep, REM and interruptions during the night, and counts your sleep cycles, and again the M2 is spot on. It was always just a few minutes off of when I went to bed and woke up. And in my opinion, the Polar Flow app gives you a very detailed analysis on your sleep with a lot of data to look at. So as always, you get a sleep score based on your sleep time, long interruptions, continuity, actual sleep, REM sleep and deep sleep. It even tells you your sleep amount, sleep solidity and sleep generation. Now let's talk about the activity tracking features, which this sports smartwatch is all about. This watch has over 100 different sport modes to choose from, of which you can have 20 on your smartwatch. In the Flow app, you can always add some new or kick some sport modes out of the rotation. Over here, you can also customize every single sport mode to your likings. So for example, you can set what should be shown on your watch during your workouts, you can customize your heart rate zones, and a lot of other things. Since the M2 is water resistant, you can also track water sports. It automatically recognizes your swim style as well as the distance, pace, pauses, and amount of strokes. Now before starting an exercise, you can set the power save settings so that your GPS tracks in a shorter interval, turn on or off the wrist-based heart rate, or turn on the screensaver during the workouts. You can turn the backlight on or off, or have training suggestions. You have the race pace, on which you can set a target distance and target hours, and the watch tells you afterwards how fast you have to run per kilometer to achieve the goal. You have an interval and countdown timer, as well as a back to start feature, so you never get lost when you're running in new places. After starting your workout, the watch shows you your heart rate, distance, time, duration, and a few other things depending on what exercise you are doing. During the exercise, you can check the altitude, minimum and maximum and average heart rate, time, and you can control the music. So you can skip a track, go back a track, play and pause, and adjust the volume. After ending your workout, you get a workout summary of your heart rate zones, of your used energy, pace and speed zones. Of course, you can see all of those stats as well in your Polar Flow app. So let's check out some more features this watch has to offer, and let's start with the Polar FuelWise. The way it works is that if you go into the menu and find a new fueling option, we have 3 different reminders. We get smart carb reminder, manual carb reminder, and a drinking reminder, and they are all applied to workouts. Now in this case, I will use a smart carb reminder. So right here, I can choose my duration, which is 1.5 hours. I can choose the intensity and the carbs per serving, which I can also adjust if I want to. Then I can go next, and the watch now tells me how often it will remind me. And if my workouts turns to be more intense, it will remind me more often. If we scroll down a little bit further, we can add a drinking reminder as well. So let's say every 20 minutes. And if you click on use now, it will let me choose a sport mode on which I want to use this. Next up, we have notifications. So we do receive notifications on this watch. And you even get a little pop-up once receiving one. We have Serene, which is a guided breathing exercise. So you can set the duration of it as well as the timer for exhale and inhale. You have a stopwatch and timer on here as well. You can set your watch faces, so you can basically tell the watch what is displayed on your watch face. So you get to choose between time only, daily activity, cardio load status, continuous heart rate tracking, and a few more. Now the interesting part is that if you go on your watch face and click one of these add-ons, you get to see more information, like with the weather. You can see a weather forecast for the next couple of days. You see your weekly training summary with the training duration, heart rate zones, calories, and all of your workouts, which you can also look again if you want to. As I already mentioned, you can control your music as well. Now this is only controlling the music on your phone, so you can't download any music to this watch. Now you have an overview over your daily activities. It tells you your cardio load status and your heart rate, and you can look at your past workouts. As for next, let's talk about the nightly recharge that we have on this watch. So you can either look it up on your watch, or you can look it up on the Polar Flow app. But now let's just go with the Polar Flow app, since you see a little bit more, some extra information on there. Now you have a sleep charge, which is basically your sleep score, and ANS charge. ANS stands for Autonomous Nervous System and gives you infos on how well your ANS calmed down during the night. Both of these measurements are taken during the night, and the normal level of the ANS is around 0, and the higher your sleep score, the better it is. As for last, we have a fitness test that we can observe, but actually it is not really a fitness test. All you have to do is lay down and wear the watch, and then the watch will figure out your VO2 max. So folks, what do I think about the smartwatch? Now, first of all, it is not a smartwatch, it is a sport watch. And it does not have all these little cool features, high resolution text and stuff like that. It is a sport watch, and it's supposed to track your activities and all your health stats pretty accurately, which it kind of does. So we have a lot of different sport modes to choose from with built-in GPS. We have an okay-ish heart rate sensor and a very good sleep analysis. Now this is a smartwatch you want to buy if you don't want to spend an insane amount on a Garmin or something like that, and just want to have a very good smartwatch or sport watch with a lot of customizable sport modes. Now folks, if you like the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. It would really help me out a lot. And with that being said, see you the next time. Peace.